ask you a question. What are you doing with all those books in your carriage? Are you interested in accounting and biology? Are you interested in learning how to lose weight in your 70s? Are you reading all those books, or are you selling those? What's going on, guys? Steve here, Rake and Profit. And in this video, I want to talk about how to handle a situation when somebody, maybe they're a worker at a thrift store or at a garage sale, or maybe it's just a random stranger, right? You're pushing your cart around, and someone comes up to you and says, "What are you doing with all those? Are you a reseller? Are you selling those for a profit?" How do you handle that situation? Well, I'll tell you right now, 100% honest, when I was brand new, I did not want anyone knowing I was reselling. Now, I'm not talking about you guys on YouTube. I've always loved sharing that with you because you guys understand me. But I was so terrified when I was at a thrift store, especially scanning books. If I was scanning books and I'm here just, if somebody walked up next to me or beside me, this was like 4 years ago, I would put my phone down and pretend like I was just looking at the book. And I didn't want anybody to see. And if anyone ever asked me what are you doing with those books? I'm building a bookshelf. I'm taking some college classes, and I would literally lie. It was so weird. I don't know why I did it. But what do you do in that situation when somebody asks you, "Are you a reseller?" For me personally, at this stage now, I've been in the game for so long. And, a lot of these people know what I'm doing now at the thrift store. A lot of them watch my YouTube videos, even the workers. Don't hate me for it. I just tell them, right? People ask me, "What are you doing with that? Are you reselling it?" Yeah, I sell. Sometimes I read these books, for example, I didn't find this from a thrift store, but if I did, I would read it and then resell it. So sometimes I tell them, "Hey, I'm just, I like to read, I like to learn, but I also resell as well." Or, when it came to clothing, I would just tell them, "Yeah, I got a full-time eBay clothing business. I've got a store with 1,000 items in it." And just, for some reason, I feel like people don't want to tell the truth sometimes because they're scared that they're going to raise the prices, or maybe they're going to judge them and think, because I used to have a limiting belief that if I told somebody at a thrift store that I was reselling, they would think that I'm a bad person. Because when I first started thrift stores, I always thought the thrift store workers there were there to help the poor, and I'm not saying that they're not they're against it, but I thought how do I say this? I thought thrift stores were just for people who needed it, needed cheap products, and they were just undercutting everything and selling things so cheap because they're really trying to help people. But the thing is, I've realized these thrift stores now, especially thrift stores in general, they're a money-making business. Now again, the thrift stores, they're how do I say it? Their number one goal is to make a profit, but for example, Salvation Army, I know they have a bunch of causes. Goodwill, I know a certain percentage goes to different things. In my area, they help people with brain injuries. Savers is a little more corporate. I think they only give away a certain percentage. But anyways, these I've realized overall, I know I'm going off on a tangent, that their goal is to make a profit. So they don't really care. So I don't want to drag this out too long, but just be honest, right? Garage sales are a little different. Sometimes I won't be 100% honest because I have had instances where somebody actually didn't want to sell me an item because they're "Well, how much money is it?" And then they looked it up on eBay, and this was 3 years ago. I forgot what it was. But in general, if you're at a thrift store, just tell the truth. It actually will help you to build relationships with the workers. And, for me, I'm friends with a lot of the managers, and they'll tell me "Hey, we got a whole bunch of brand new books in the back. Do you want me to wheel out the bins for you?" Or, "Hey, what's up, Steve? We got some new vintage clothing. You should check it out. We just put it over there." Or, "Hey, did you know that we got a couple diesel jeans?" That happens all the time. At the smaller thrift stores, not at Savers really. But yeah, don't be ashamed if you're a reseller. You don't have to feel people are going to be judging you. And one more thing I want to say is, a lot of times people will stare at you. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but people will just stare at you when you're looking things up or scanning things, or maybe you're going through the sold listings and they peek. People aren't they don't think you're a bad person. They're just curious. Most people don't realize that you can make money online, selling stuff on eBay or Amazon. We all know about eBay and stuff, but a lot of people don't understand when you pull out your phone and you scan it, they don't know what the heck you're doing. Like, they don't know if you're like working for the FBI, I feel like. They have no idea what you're doing. So a lot of times people will stare at you and ask questions, not because they're trying to judge you, but they're just generally curious. So definitely leave a comment down below and let me know, what do you guys do when someone asks you, hey, are you, do you happen to be a reseller? Do you happen to be selling that item? Like, are you gonna actually buy that and make a profit? It's always funny. I get asked all the time. So definitely leave a comment down below. We just want to make this video, guys, because I know a lot of you guys ask questions about these things and like, should I tell the truth or should I lie? What lie? Does it really matter? So that's my 2 cents. I just tell the truth nowadays. But when I started, I would lie my butt off because I was just like scared for some reason. It's really weird. But anyways, guys, smash that like button down below, comment and subscribe for more videos, and you guys have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.